Hey guys, it's Jordan, currently in the Summer Palace in Beijing, China. It's my friend Tyler.
What up?
Holy shit, this place is amazing. It's really pretty. There's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of, like, what you would expect ancient Chinese stuff to look like. Really excited to keep going in. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jordan on a lift on the way up to the Great Wall with Juan. He's kind of freaking out. This man doesn't do heights. We're in these like ski lift kind of deals with like no seatbelt. We're literally like, there's like a lap bar kind of thing, but we're basically holding ourselves in here. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Going up here. All that fun stuff. Pretty excited to see the Great Wall. It looks like we're pretty fucking high up in the air. Jesus Christ. Yeah. And we're gonna go down these like slidey things. Toboggan?
Toboggan?
Right.
In Spanish.
En español. Es tobogán.
Toboggan.
Claro que sí. Okay, adios. Hey guys, it's day 3 out here in Beijing. It's Alicia. We were supposed to go to Tiananmen Square this morning. Apparently it was closed for some like business related activity, but now we're waiting in line to go to the Forbidden City. Seems pretty gorgeous, so I'll let you know what it's like inside. Hey guys, currently on our way out of the Forbidden City. This place is huge. The first part of it, which was literally like 2/3 of it, was pretty redundant. Lots of the same building, very detailed. It's hard to believe that this place was finished in 14 years. And on our way out of the little garden area, some lady came up to me and in Chinese asked me to hold her baby and take a picture with her baby, so that was cool. But overall, the place is pretty gorgeous. Here's Jasmine. Jasmine, say hi. Yeah, pretty cool. The historical, like, meaning of this place and just, like, the detail that's in each building is really amazing. I think Alicia would agree.
Yes, it is.
Yes. The little baby I held was really cute, super tiny, such a nugget. This place is insane. Like, look at this building out here. That is so tall and so detailed, and I can't believe that it was built in the time period that it was with like the lack of tools and technology. I just like to believe that this entire place was built under those constraints is amazing. Okay, so the tots went wandering from the hotel without our dads, and we're about 45-minute walk away from the hotel. We don't know where the fuck we are. We don't speak any Mandarin. We're going down in a subway station right now to hopefully find our way back. We don't really know if the subway goes to the hotel. Fingers crossed, though. At least all the tots are lost together. Right, Tyler Tot?
Who's that?
Update, we found our way home. We had to take 2 transfers on the subway to get back to the hotel, but we figured it out. Paid roughly 50 cents per ticket. So far, so good. Currently in Beijing Foreign Studies University. Got here a little early, so they're bringing us to get coffee, naturally. But apparently the cafe doesn't open until the afternoon, which is a little weird. Apparently the smog level or whatever it is very high today. So I should probably be wearing a mask, but I'm not. YOLO. Excited to see what the campus has. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jordan. Currently standing inside the Temple of Heaven. It's the most important building. Apparently it's like the building of Beijing. It's huge. Apparently its original construction didn't have any nails or sort of support material like that. It was just interlocking pieces of wood, which is really fascinating. My nerd, like my inner nerd is going insane at that. There's a really nice breeze in here. It's a lot cooler than the rest of the city. There's some other structures. There's a Carly. Yeah, but it's really pretty. Tots in the temple. Our visit this morning at Beijing Foreign Studies Institute was really great. The kids were really personable and they were really excited to hang out with us and talk to us and answer our questions. The cafeteria food wasn't terrible in comparison to ours. It was just kind of interesting to like compare the prices of everything there and like their student life, because there's a lot of similarities but there's also a lot of differences. Their education is definitely a lot cheaper than ours, but it's also very like much compact. They don't have a lot of the extra stuff that we do. Yeah, really good day so far. Excited for Tai Chi. So in terms of the Hyundai visit, I did find it really interesting to see the production line and see the assembly of the cars and stuff firsthand. However, the the tour guide we had there wasn't really personal. She didn't seem very interested in our group or like our backgrounds or anything like that, and the path we took through the factory was kind of in a weird order. First we went like to the middle, and then we went to the end, and then we went back to the beginning of the assembly line. But like I do think going to Hyundai is pretty cool, and I would think it would be something that would be cool to do again, just with a better tour in place for next year. Okay, so the high-speed G train. I have mixed feelings about that. I know it's a great way for us to go such a long distance in a manageable amount of time like that, especially to avoid flying from the north part of the country down to the south. But the lack of luggage storage for a train that's supposed to carry that great a number of people for such long trips is really, really frustrating. Like, I had to store my bags like 3 carts down from where we were sitting, and I had to go and check on them every stop because they technically weren't even on a shelf. Like, it was really frustrating, but it was really, everything else was really organized, like the security and the shops and stuff. Like, it almost ran like an airport, kind of, and like the seats were really comfortable, and we had like trade tables and snacks and stuff, so like that was really nice. Just the luggage part of it really frustrated me. Hayes group was really interesting. I feel like the guy who spoke with us was like really fun, really personable. I'm not entirely sure that a recruiting company is super related to engineering. I know that they place engineers at certain companies and stuff, and I know that he didn't know that we were engineers coming in, so I don't think it's fair to say that his presentation could have been more tailored to engineers because he didn't know. But like, when he worked well with that, like once he knew we were engineers. But I'm still not sure like a recruiting company is someplace that we need to visit per se. But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was fun to like, it was helpful to see how that process goes in terms of like helping people to get jobs. Tai Chi was like super cute, super fun. The instructor seemed really patient with our lack of knowledge of Tai Chi, and it was also really cool to watch him do the full routine. I just thought it was like a little shorter than I expected, a little more informal than I expected, but I think I'm okay with that because none of us are really like Tai Chi experts per se. Xianjiangtong Liverpool University, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, was really cool to see. I thought it was interesting that all their classes were instructed in English, considering that the school itself was in China. I thought it maybe like at least there'd be a mix of the two, but the architecture of the campus itself was very modern, and like the overall feel of it felt very like modern. So that was like, it was intriguing. It made me want to see more. The engineering and business halls, the two that we saw, were really beautiful, really advanced. And I really liked that the school was kept small and kept competitive, because I know a lot of schools out there tend to be so big because of how many people are competing to get into schools and stuff. So I thought that it was really interesting that this school in particular was kept so small. I think it goes without saying that Inductotherm was amazing. Just the factory and like the building itself was just so well constructed. The displays that they had out were so intriguing, and their overall presentation really showed that an engineer of any discipline can work there. I really liked their hospitality. The hosts that we were talking to, just like, they were so interested in our lives and our careers, and like they gave us coffee and snacks. Like, it was just like an overall really good tour, and we were able to ask questions throughout the tour and like really explore the factory. So it was a really, really good visit overall. Here are just some pictures that I took of Xianjiangtong Liverpool University, just kind of showing how like modern and free-spirited the campus really was. And when we got to tour their labs and stuff, they had some really like up-to-date, really cool equipment and lots of workspace. Oh, there's Juan. But yeah, they had a lot of gardens. I really expected to see a lot, really just like plants and flowers and stuff, but I was really surprised at how beautiful the stonework and the buildings were, let alone the lakes and the koi fish and stuff. I really thought that like the combination of all of this together was provided like a really beautiful scene, and especially the inside of these halls and stuff with like these seating areas and the artwork and stuff. I don't know, it was just really, really beautiful. It wasn't 100% was not what I expected when I heard we were going to a garden though. Tiger Hill Pagoda was also very beautiful. Again, wasn't really entirely expecting to see what we saw. Hiking up the mountain to get to this point was not very fun, but it was definitely worth it. Apparently on these rocks, everybody who had built the pagoda was then killed immediately after it was finished being constructed because they knew all the secrets of the pagoda and where the emperor's body was and all that, so they executed them all. But yeah, it was really beautiful to see all this stuff up close. Very beautiful with the water and all the stones and stuff. And apparently this building is leaning more than the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The tomb itself is actually back in here behind this entryway. Nobody's allowed to go there, obviously, but yeah, once you get up above that, there's this very pretty leaning building, which is the pagoda itself. The canal boat tour was really pretty, really cute. It was a little bit shorter than I was expecting. We definitely did get lots of stares by the people on the street, but it was really pretty, and I heard the other boat got scammed by the lady singing, so don't take that offer again if you go on this little boat tour. But yeah, it was really pretty, and it was a nice little thing to do. Pianjing Road was cute. The shops were really cute, really small actually, and very tightly clustered, but it was nice to see like that kind of traditional setup with the shops and stuff. I do wish we had a little bit more time there. I remember feeling rushed walking around trying to shop, but it was cute. It was a good experience. The silk factory in Suzhou was an interesting experience. It was nice to, if you will, to see the details of the process of how silk was made from beginning to end. It was a kind of mortifying process to see, and just knowing that the single line that they had set up in the museum that was solely for the display of tours and stuff was kind of unsettling. Like, they literally had one line of people who were just working for show, and that was even pretty disgusting. I can't imagine what the actual working conditions looked like. But the silk shop itself was really pretty. A lot to choose from, but I think just the overall process of how the silk was made was kind of unsettling. And from an engineering standpoint, I'm not entirely sure how it would relate to engineering, but this time for the G train, I made sure I was the first one on, and I put my bags right behind the seat, right at the end of the cart, so I could get them on the way out and not have to run 72 carts down to get them. Manitowoc food service was, I feel like the products that they made weren't entirely related to any of our disciplines, maybe electrical to some capacity, but I don't know. I think food storage is not really a discipline that many of us were interested in. I think the presenters that we had and the tour we were given were very good, but I'm just not sure that the actual company visit itself was entirely related or necessary. Zhejiang University was awful. They were grad students, which made it difficult to compare anything that we were working on to what they were working on, and they seemed to really only care about robots, and they were very almost like judgmental that we didn't have robots and that we still had programs that were developing and that all of us were undergrad students and weren't working on research. And they were talking during your presentation, and I don't know, it's just that entire visit didn't sit well with me. We didn't get a chance to see the campus after we were told we were going to be taken on a tour. They showed us a room full of robots, but we didn't actually get to see any of the robots work. We didn't talk to any of the students. There was no personalized interaction. I don't know. That visit was really not good. Westlake is beautiful. It's huge. It was a really hot day, but when we were walking around the lake, it provided a really nice cool breeze. Great for photo ops. I liked that we had time to walk around on our own and take pictures on our own, which was nice. Yeah, the lake is really, really pretty. And we went to Dragon Tea afterwards, which was really nice. You got to do a little taste test, a proper sampling of all the teas. which was really good. There were some that I really liked, some that I thought were really gross, but don't know it until you try it. The gift shop there was super cute too. I think all of us came home with containers of like tea like this big. So nice little part of China to bring home with us. Nice little experience there. The Huangpu River cruise was amazing. It was gorgeous. Coming from a civil engineer, it was amazing to see all of the different buildings and like see how some of them were super historical, very traditional Chinese buildings, and there were some even European buildings from a time when China was colonized, and then seeing the modern skyscrapers and just the fancy like lights and facade of all those buildings was really cool. It was a nice contrast, especially because like the more modern stuff was on one side of the river and the more traditional stuff was on the other side. It was a really beautiful experience and definitely worth the extra like $10 to go on the upper deck. It was beautiful. Shanghai Jiaotong University was really cool to visit. The campus we went to was a joint university with the University of Michigan, so they did have some actually a lot of American college aspects to it. Their classrooms looked very similar to ours. The big elaborate buildings were very similar to stuff you would see at American universities. The campus was really pretty, but it was huge. We had to take a shuttle after our little mini tour to the gift store, which I'm not personally a fan of. I wouldn't want to go to a school that was that big, but the tour we received was nice. We got to talk to some of the students. Their facilities were really nice and pretty similar to ours. The Merck visit we were supposed to go on didn't actually happen, so we ended up going to the Starbucks Reserve, which is where I got this cute little mug. It was really overwhelming. It was huge, but since we're all coffee addicts, I think it was a fun place for us to go. They had a lot of different kinds of drinks and snacks and stuff that you wouldn't see at a regular Starbucks, so it was fun. The panel discussion was very interesting. I thought it was really good that we were able to get the perspective of somebody who worked in sales and the perspective of somebody who worked in like industry, because we were able to compare and contrast the two. Maybe it would be better to have more speakers, not like a ton more, maybe just one or two more, just so we could get like a broader idea of like engineering careers and stuff. I know that would either take up more time or allow for less detailed content, but just a suggestion. I thought it was really nice that we got to interact personally with the speakers as well, ask them a lot of questions, and just kind of like be involved with something like that. I thought it was a good professional experience for us as well. AECOM was a really nice visit. I really appreciated how green the offices were. They had a lot of plants like on the walls and on the wall, like the areas around the desks, and they were all real plants too, so it was really nice to see that. I liked how open the workspaces were. It like allowed for collaboration and communication between the workers. It's definitely a company I would like to go back to and can honestly potentially see myself working for. Being at the top of the Shanghai Tower was so cool. We were so lucky that it was clear out. The view was amazing, especially I liked that you could see all the way around the building to like every single part of the city. I've never had breakfast over 2,000 feet in the air before, so that was cool. Yeah, I definitely think they should keep that in the visit for next year. It was a really pretty thing to see. View Garden was also really pretty. This time going to the garden, I kind of knew what to expect going in with like the stonework, and you can see a dragon and just kind of like the more green plants than colorful plants. They also had a lot of seating areas inside and like some really pretty painting and architectural work, which was cool to see. But yeah, View Garden was really beautiful. This building was in the center of People's Square, and apparently it represents a square earth and a round heaven. I don't particularly know why, but it was cute, like cool to see all the government buildings and stuff like that around in the middle of Shanghai, kind of see how their doves, how their government system is set up. Appreciation vlog for Jasmine. She was an amazing tour guide. I would definitely recommend her again for future groups. She's very personable, wanted to hang out with us, was really patient with all of our dietary restrictions and like lack of knowledge about anything Chinese. So this video is just kind of for all the extra stuff that we did. I appreciated having most of the nighttime to go and do our own thing. It allowed us to explore things like the fake market, get some different kind of foods, explore like the shops and malls that they had there, the nightlife. I do wish we had a little bit more free time during the day. Sometimes it just felt like we were being rushed around a lot and I didn't really have time to appreciate what I was looking at. All the food we had was amazing and there were options for everybody with all their dietary restrictions and stuff, so I liked the restaurants that we went to and the spreads that we were given. And overall, I just had a really good time in China.